I would just like to share with you a few thoughts and also place this topic within the eco-civilization movement that we will understand better why it's, even for movements like ours, the psychology and mental health, an important topic. So first of all, this is a joint effort. It's a real pleasure to collaborate on this topic with Dr. Rajni Vohra from India, who is our curator and editor of Eco-Civilization books. Dear friend Eleftheria as well, she is an Eco-Civilization ambassador from South Africa, currently living in Slovenia, but working on a global scale, and myself as a founder and curator of Eco-Civilization movement. Why did we decide, and what really was the driver for this focused year on mental health? We do believe that, and that was also substantiated through the previous 5 years of collaboration within the movement, that the mental health is a pillar of resilience and sustainability, very important element for humanity and its resilience and sustainable development. What we wanted to really do with this series is breaking the stigma for a better quality of life, the stigma around mental health and everything related to it. And of course, empowering all of us, you as participants, us as space holders and organizers, and all our great keynote speakers to become stewards of societal and civilizational change, which somehow is rising deeply inside ourselves as a response to the current state of the global societies. So eco-civilization movement really refers to a social model that integrates all these elements that I just mentioned, and tries to develop some new fundamental principles for the development of future human civilizations. It's really just a little drop in the huge ocean of all the attempts that are leading into the societal frameworks within which we would feel good and be able to maximize our potentials as human beings. And of course, in every of little drops is also the whole ocean of opportunities. It represents a holistic approach. We try to take a systemic view over everything that we do. And of course, keeping the planet as the core focus within which we have to engage. So this coexistence between humanity and the planet is really all the time our focus. And we do recognize that health and prosperity of both are very closely intertwined. So in short, we call eco-civilization movement a disruptive global cluster of people who care. And that is the only denominator that we could actually found throughout the years. And it's lovely to see how an important vibe this definition brings to all of our engagements. Often people say that they also find this movement like a safe space for engagement, collaboration, innovation, to feel free to express their views and look for quality responses and engagement with other people from around the world. And we do hope that it is possibly an emerging foundation for the future civilization. So the basis of all our engagement is the model of eco-civilization. Just imagine that instead of vertical, functional, isolated pillars, which currently are the framework of all the engagements globally, official engagements globally, imagine the society consists of circles of attention that deal with being, society, lands, consciousness, and relationships among all this. And we try to place every project that we get engaged over within this new framework and see how it's contributing to a better well-being of beings, societies, land, consciousness, and relationships. So the year of mental health is primarily dealing with beings and, of course, focusing a lot on the quality of relationships that exist currently. So without further ado, I would like to go deeper into this year of mental health and place it as a process in the search for answers. So we could notice in the previous years that there is something awakening within our individual presence in our internal world, some sort of intangible elements of our coexistence related to thoughts, emotions, energy, and deeper focuses, and really pushing us into a new evolutionary shift. In the great alliance with the entire universe. So I could confidently say that we realized throughout our discussions and all the sessions we've had so far, and this is the sixth one, mental health is no longer seen as an isolated issue, but as a very important ingredient of human well-being. And we know that without proper mental adaptation, we will risk a huge social entropy, which I could confidently say we are already experiencing in Western civilization in a form of decadency. So mental health is right now really emerging as a necessary tool for resilience and survival of humanity overall. And within this framework, I would just briefly like to place eco-psychology, and especially the core message of today's session, which is healing through connecting with nature. We claim so much of central role for humanity. We've started to forget, especially under the influence of Western industrial civilization. We tend to forget that actually we are part of nation. So this eco-psychology started to grow out of necessity. And we see it as interdisciplinary field that explores this deep connection between human psychological well-being and the quality of this invisible relationship with the planet's ecosystem. And as I said before, I hope that this session will add a little positive impulse into the awakening that we are nature. It is not humanity and nature, as so many school systems and school curriculums are placing it, but we are nature. So whatever we do to brothers and sisters, trees, rivers, oceans, land, we do it ourselves. And we're hurting ourselves. So while we're saying this about these negative consequences of our behavior, we can also bring forward, and this is our intention for today, that reestablishing a clear and beautiful connection with the rest of the nature around us, we're actually opening up the channel for healing, because nature can help us to heal, especially heal all these wounds that have been caused by this personalized digital industrial impact on humanity. So I would like to now bring forward just 3 topics that I could recognize throughout our discussions, not only in the year of mental health, but also on other topics that we've been covering throughout the years, like leadership concept, circular economy concept, then even our relationship with water, and the topics keep growing and emerging. So through that, I could see that there are 3 areas where we are especially challenged in this modern world in a relationship with our well-being and mental health as part of it. One is climate change. and all the confusing information around this climate change and the anxiety that is now growing in people because there is a lot of fear out there, which is used in order to manipulate the different business and political decisions. There is lack of clarity in a sense of what are natural processes and what are human-based influences or that create the climate change or weather, the change in weather conditions. The second element that I found very disturbing personally is this mass urbanization and technology addiction, which is actually leading to some sort of digital slavery, which is a new expression emerging now. And it's very much communicated through the concept of transhumanization, often suggesting that we as human beings and the nature itself, it's sort of an old concept, and the positronic new society is the way we should go, which of course causes a lot of challenges deeply in our souls because it's in contradiction with what we feel inside ourselves. And it's also in contradiction with all the potentials we are yet to be to explore that humanity has and the nature has. And instead of exploring the beauty of life on this planet, we're trying to destroy it even before it starts fully evolving. So of course, that causes a lot of conflicts within ourselves, within the youth. And that's the third topic, mental health crisis, which is especially detected among the young people in this confusing world where we seem to be disillusioning ourselves completely with no real safe guidance for the future, with very little hope and with very deluded purpose. And I think that is mostly in the public space, because deeply inside, we know that there is hope. We know about the vision. We feel it. We know we have a purpose. And this is something that I hope we're going to be we will address today in a relationship with nature, how we can reawaken and strengthen our positive vibes that we have and help us to really fully function and co-create and imagine and deliver on the future of this planet. Before I pass the word to Eleftheria, I would also like to bring your attention to the book, Mental Health, a Necessary Tool for Resilience and Survival, which we plan to publish in 2026. And of course, all the speakers and also participants are invited to be part of this emerging book and contribute their points of view, their articles, which we will then gladly share with the global community. As I mentioned before, this is an ongoing process throughout the year. The sessions follow every month. So the next session will be in August 27th. And the title of the next session is The Power of Social Circles, Healing Through Communities. So today is a focus on nature, and next time the focus will be on communities. And last but not least, in parallel, every month we also have sessions on Leadership Challenged, and the next session, Leadership Challenge, will be on August 6th. And the title will be From Leadership Challenge to Future Leaders. So what is the next step? So that will be all from my side. And Eleftheria, now the word is yours.